If you're in your 50s or beyond and you've noticed your body isn't as flexible or energetic as it used to be, you're not alone. Many people start to feel the effects of aging, not because they've grown old, but because their muscles and joints have become tighter from years of sitting, stress, and routine. You might feel a little slower getting out of bed, or you might find yourself avoiding activities you once loved because you don't feel as steady or confident. The good news is that you don't have to accept stiffness or discomfort as your new normal. You don't need to join a gym, buy expensive equipment, or push yourself into intense workouts that leave you exhausted. What you need is a simple, practical routine that targets the parts of your body that matter most: your hips, spine, ankles, and core, and helps you move with ease again. In this video, we're going to share 7 easy movements that are designed specifically for people over 50. These are gentle, safe exercises that you can do at home, even if you're not athletic or you haven't exercised in years. They're built to improve flexibility, stability, and strength, so everyday tasks like bending, walking, climbing stairs, and lifting objects become easier and more comfortable. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan to follow. A routine that can help you stay active, feel more confident, and maintain your independence for the long term. So stay with us, because this could be the change your body has been waiting for. At 52, Sarah didn't think she was old. She still worked full-time, volunteered at the community center, and loved weekend hikes with her friends. But lately, her body had started sending her warning signs she couldn't ignore. She noticed the small things first: a little stiffness in the morning, a pinch in her lower back when she bent down to tie her shoes, and a sudden fear of losing balance on the stairs. One morning, she tried to get out of bed and felt a sharp tightness in her hips. It wasn't painful, but it was enough to make her pause. She thought, "Is this normal? Is this just getting older?" It didn't feel like just getting older. It felt like something was slowly taking away her freedom. That's when she decided to do something about it. Not because she wanted to look younger, but because she wanted to live fully, to continue doing the things she loved without pain or fear. Sarah began her research, and what she learned surprised her. The real reason mobility declines after 50. The truth is, mobility isn't just about strength. It's about how well your joints move, how flexible your muscles are, and how balanced your body feels. As we age, the tissues around our joints become tighter and less elastic. This happens because of natural changes in collagen and muscle tissue. Plus, many adults spend too much time sitting, at work, in the car, or on the couch. Sitting for long periods causes hip flexors to shorten and tightness to build in the lower back. Over time, this can lead to poor posture, back pain, and limited mobility. Sarah realized that the problem wasn't just aging, it was lifestyle. She didn't need to become old, she needed to move smarter. That's when she discovered a simple idea. Mobility is a skill, not a punishment. And like any skill, it improves with practice. The first movement, hip flexor stretch. Sarah's first movement was the hip flexor stretch. She learned that tight hips are one of the biggest causes of lower back pain. When hip flexors are tight, they pull the pelvis forward, creating pressure on the lower back. So she tried it. She stepped into a lunge, pushed her hips forward, and held the stretch. At first, she felt discomfort, but not pain, just tightness, like a muscle waking up after a long nap. After a week of doing the stretch daily, she noticed something amazing. Her lower back felt looser, and she didn't feel that stuck sensation in the morning anymore. She thought, maybe this is what my body needed all along. The second movement, thoracic rotation. Next came thoracic rotation, a movement that targets the upper back. Sarah didn't realize how much her posture had changed over the years. She had started to hunch forward while working on her computer, and that slowly became her normal. Thoracic rotation helped her open her chest and loosen the upper spine. She sat upright, hands behind her head, and slowly rotated her upper body from side to side. She kept her movements controlled and smooth. Within a few days, she noticed her shoulders felt lighter. She could stand taller without trying. It was subtle, but she felt more confident. The third movement, ankle mobility. Sarah's biggest surprise came from ankle mobility. She had always thought ankles were just ankles, simple joints that didn't need much attention. But when she watched the video explaining how ankle mobility affects balance, she realized she had been ignoring one of the most important parts of her body. Strong ankles help prevent falls, and falls are one of the biggest risks for adults over 50. So she began the ankle mobility drill. She stood near a wall, placed one foot forward, and gently bent her knee toward the wall while keeping her heel down. It was a simple movement, but it felt like she was learning to walk again. After 2 weeks, she noticed she could walk more confidently, especially on uneven ground. She didn't feel as shaky or unstable. She realized mobility isn't just about stretching, it's about control. The fourth movement, squat to chair. This movement mimics a daily life action, sitting down and standing up. This was one of the most important movements for Sarah because she didn't want to be the kind of person who struggled to stand up from a chair. She started by standing in front of a chair, lowering herself slowly and standing back up. At first, she needed support and went slowly, but over time, she felt her leg strength improve. One day, she was at a family gathering and noticed she could sit down and stand up without using her hands. It was a small victory, but it meant a lot. She thought, this is what independence feels like. The fifth movement, wall push-up. Sarah's favorite movement became wall push-ups because they made her feel strong without straining her joints. She didn't need to push her body weight on the floor or feel embarrassed at the gym. She stood a few feet away from a wall, placed her hands against it, and pushed her body back and forth. It was a gentle way to build upper body strength. After a few weeks, she noticed she could carry groceries more easily, and she didn't feel weak when lifting light objects. It was proof that strength isn't about lifting heavy weights, it's about being able to use your body in real life. The sixth movement, hip hinge. Sarah had always been afraid of bending down. She worried about her back, but the hip hinge taught her how to bend safely. Instead of bending from her back, she learned to push her hips back and keep her spine neutral. This movement helped her understand how to lift objects correctly and avoid back strain. She practiced it slowly, focusing on control and proper form. She realized that many people injure their backs because they bend the wrong way, not because they are weak. The seventh movement, bird dog. The final movement was the bird dog, a full-body balance exercise that strengthens the core and improves coordination. Sarah got on her hands and knees, extended one arm and the opposite leg, held for 2 seconds, and switched sides. It felt like a simple yoga move, but she could feel her muscles working in a coordinated way. This movement helped her feel more stable and confident in her body. The turning point. After 4 weeks of practicing these 7 movements, Sarah began to feel like a completely different person. It wasn't just that her body felt looser or more flexible, she felt more alive and connected to her own strength. Simple activities that once felt difficult or uncomfortable became easier again, and she noticed herself moving with more confidence. Walking for longer distances no longer left her feeling tired or stiff, and she felt more stable when standing up after sitting for a while. Even the small daily tasks that she used to avoid started to feel manageable again. The biggest change, however, was how Sarah viewed her age. She still felt 52 on the inside, and now her body matched that feeling. She could bend down to tie her shoes without pain, and she no longer worried about losing her independence. Her strength returned gradually but steadily, and she realized that the secret wasn't pushing harder, it was practicing consistently and moving in a way that respected her body. For the first time in a long time, she felt like she was in control of her mobility again, not the other way. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us until the end. If you've been feeling a little stiff, tired, or worried about losing your mobility, remember that small changes can make a huge difference. These 7 movements are not about becoming a fitness expert, they're about giving your body the support it needs so you can keep doing the things you love without pain or fear. The goal is not to push yourself hard, but to move smarter and build consistency over time. If you try these exercises for just a few weeks, you'll start to notice changes in your balance, strength, and flexibility. You may feel more confident walking, bending, and standing without hesitation. And the best part is that you can do this at home without expensive equipment or a complicated routine. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos that help you stay active and healthy. Leave a comment below and tell us which movement you like the most or which one you want to try first. We'd love to hear your progress. Stay strong, stay mobile, and take care of your body. It's the only one you've got.